vaudeville stage to Broadway, radio, television, and the silver screen. Born Isaiah Edwin Leopold in Philadelphia, November 9, 1886, he was the son of immigrants. A youthful preoccupation with vaudeville led him to run away from home at age 15 to join the Thurber-Nasher Repertory Company, but the company soon folded and Ed found himself back home selling hats for Dad. Within weeks, he hit the road again, headed for Broadway, dropping the name Leopold out of respect for his father, who disapproved of show business. He split his middle name in two and became Ed Wynn. Success came first in an act alongside fellow comedian Jack Lewis and then in solo skits. By the age of 19, Ed had become a vaudeville headliner. Impresario Florence Ziegfeld signed him for the Follies in 1914, but by 1919, he found himself blackballed for supporting an actors' strike against unfair working conditions. With his own money, he put on Ed Wynn's Carnival, which proved a major hit in 1920. Other shows followed, including his most famous role in 1921's The Perfect Fool. Ed wrote, produced, and starred in the show, which ran for 256 performances on Broadway. He introduced material that he would revisit for the rest of his career. Radio fame came too, when he starred as Texaco's The Fire Chief from 1932 to 35. In 1949, took to the airwaves with The Ed Wynn Show, one of the first televised variety shows. The program earned him an Emmy Award in 1950. In 1951, Ed first joined the Disney family, providing the manic and utterly unforgettable voice of the Mad Hatter in Alice in Wonderland. Ed returned to his comedic roots in 1961 as the toy maker in Disney's Babes in Toyland, a role that generations of baby boomers remember most fondly. He also appeared in several other beloved Disney classics, including That Darn Cat, Those Callaways, and The Gnome Mobile. He even appeared on Disney's Wonderful World of Color series in various roles. And then, there was Mary Poppins.
Woo!
Ed's role as Uncle Albert, an eccentric man cartwheeling in the air just beneath the ceiling in one of the film's most spectacular, hilarious, and unforgettable scenes, is something we'll never forget. Spectacular, hilarious, unforgettable. 3 perfect words to describe Ed Wynn.
With his own brand of bumbling silliness, Ed Wynn brought many lovable Disney characters to life in so many unforgettable ways. He was a familiar face in movies throughout the 50s and 60s, but as Tom just mentioned, his most memorable role was Uncle Albert in Mary Poppins. And next year is the 50th anniversary of that Disney classic John Bailey mentioned earlier. And the fact that we're still watching and enjoying that movie half a century after it was released says a lot about the power of a timeless story brought to life by incredibly talented artists like Ed Wynn. Like his character, Ed loved to laugh, made the rest of us laugh right along with him. And even though we lost him in 1966, the laughter lives on, as does his Disney legacy. So in the spirit of the late, great Ed Wynn, and in honor of his first Disney role as the Mad Hatter in Alice in Wonderland, I'd like to mark his induction into Legends, Disney Legends, by wishing everyone a very merry unbirthday. It was mentioned Ed was born in 1886, so he could not be here with us today. Please welcome to the stage Ed's granddaughter, Hildy Levine, to accept this award on behalf of Disney legend Ed Wynn and her grandfather.
That's great. Woo! Oh, this is amazing.
That's just one birthday every year. Ah, but there are 364 birthdays.
Let me just soak this all in. This is fantastic. It is a great honor for me to stand up here today to accept this prestigious award honoring my grandfather. Mr. Disney, who I am told called my grandfather his lucky charm, and in fact, Mr. Disney was a pallbearer at my grandfather's funeral. My grandfather loved working with the Disney team, and I know that he and Mr. Disney had a very close, strong working relationship. On behalf of my family, thank you for remembering the contributions that my grandfather made to the Disney family. I know I can see him smiling right now, that special smile of his, knowing that he will now be remembered forever as a Disney legend. Thank you.
Our third Disney legend, Colin Campbell, once said of his time with Walt Disney Imagineering, "I love the variety."